It's 5:30. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Paula, could you take roll call, please?
Yes, Mark Miller,
Present.
Chris Carlson,
Here.
Paula Crook, here. We're all present.
Awesome. Like to make a motion to approve last month's minutes.
I'll make a motion.
A second.
Favor?
Aye.
Chris, can you go over the budget report?
Yes. Beginning balance of 545, 225.84. We had receipts of $64.85. Disbursements this month of $115,899.58 leaves us an ending total of $429,391.11. Out of these disbursements this last month, we paid for a couple road projects. APAC did a bunch of work. We also, for all those who didn't see, we got the fence out here, so paid for that this month. That was a big one. But otherwise, everything else falls in line with the road projects this month. So, any questions
Nope.
on the budget?
Nope.
Motion to approve the budget.
Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye. Budget approved.
While you're there, road assessors report, please.
Alrighty, so we're finishing up a bunch of projects. One of the projects was the fence. As you probably all saw, we have the security fence out there now to help lock us up. My goodness. We've got a bunch of we're finishing up a bunch of projects. I actually just reached out to APAC to see if they have any left to finish. I think they've got 3 or 4 because they've been working them in between other jobs. They've been down south doing some stuff, and they've been up here in Crestview doing a few things. And then I think Andale still has one project left, sealing the Overbrook stuff that we did 2 years ago. So that way it seals it and protected for the next 10 years. Looking over projects for next year, we were talking earlier about crack sealing Pinnacle and Turnberry. Those the cracks, after having it investigated, it looks like the cracks are too big, so we're actually going to price mill and overlay and see where that falls in the budget.
Okay.
Also, Richfield Street north of Bel Air, the road is heaving. I've had a couple people go out and look at it, so I've got estimates coming back on what it's going to take to fix that. We're probably going to have to rip out some sections and redo it. And then still working on the easement. Still working on the easement over in Sunswept Highlands between those two properties north of Jack, that where the water goes in needs to be cleaned out. Still trying to figure out how we get that taken care of.
Okay.
And then look at the possibility of turning Kincaid to concrete. I reached out to the city because the city has a lot of infrastructure funds, and since that road is deteriorated due to the new housing development that's actually city owned, I'm trying to make an argument that they should help us concrete that road, because currently it's asphalt and it's getting beat up pretty bad.
Good idea.
And then I'm also pricing for next year a mill and overlay for the meadows. So that is all I have on the road report.
Okay.
Okey-doke.
Chris, do you have any old business?
I do not.
Okay. I don't have any old business, and we don't have any new business.
Paula, do you have any business?
I do not.
And I can't think of anything that I didn't jot down anything, so nothing comes to mind.
Okay.
Okay. With that being said, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion.
Second.
Favor?
Aye.
Questions, anyone? Nope.
There's only one person to have questions.
What about the rest of the gallery? No questions.
Yeah, I don't know if you went down there on Richfield, north of Bel Air
I hadn't checked
on the
that
loop.
out.
Yeah, John found it, and I sent APAC over, and I sent and they'll over look at it, trying to get what's going to cost to fix it. But we got the road's actually heaving.
And define what you mean by that. I've
Heaving.
walked
It's buckling up.
It is, because I've seen one place where it mustn't come up, but almost looked like one piece dropped down.
Right.
Well, and that could be too.
Yeah.
But I've got them looking into it. It's subgrade. It's a subgrade issue one way or the other, and I'm trying to get an estimate to see what it'll take to fix it next year.
Okay.
So people are going to probably call and complain. We're working on it. I'm putting it on the agenda to see what it's going to take to fix.
Very good.
But do you got a replacement for?
We accepted
Diana?
Diana's retirement
Mm-hmm.
and appointed Tim Hoover. He lives about halfway down between Richfield and Greenwich on that gray brick house on the north side of the road.
On Bel Air?
Yep.
I think I talked to him one day.
They have.
Did he extend his driveway out or something? Or want to extend his driveway out?
Probably. He's got the big camper that.
Okay.
Who would be the go-to? Would it be through Tim then if I had questions for somebody to be able? Okay.
Yeah, come to me.
Okay. John, Chris talked to Paula about extending this room sometime, so we can. Yeah.
About what?
Extending this room
Knocking
sometime.
that wall out.
So we'll talk about it in one of the meetings and make it formal here in the next couple months. It's something that we'll do next year. I think that would probably be the best solution. So,
Might not be a bad thing for you and Kyler to do.
we could put some Leonard Skinner posters on the wall or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, that smell.
Hmm?
It's a song.
Oh, I don't know anything about them.
Yeah.
Just a stereotype.
It's one of those bands from back then.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Appreciate it.